Okay, so in this video, so for the first one, x less than 3, since it says x and 3, we do the x-intercept 3. And think hoi vux, we know VUX, right? VUX, that is going to be some kind of vertical line, and we know because of the symbol, when it's less than or greater than, it's dotted. So it's a vertical dotted line. As you can see right here, it was dotted in red on the answer key. And since it says less than, that means all of the solutions or answers are to the left of that line. Now solutions are in the shaded region and they make true statements. So is 0, 3 a solution? 0, 3 is this blue dot, and yes, it's a solution, it's in the shaded region. Is 3, 3 a shaded or solution? No, it's on the line. Now things on the line, if it's dotted, they're not included. If it's a closed line, they're included. Is -1, -2 a solution? That's this green dot. Yes, it's in the shaded region. So for number 2, when we're looking at this one, when we first off, when you look at the slope, y mx plus b, right? And the number in front of x is the slope. And the slope, the number in front of x right here, right, is -2. And so we know that our line right off the bat should be falling. So if we draw a picture and our line is not going downwards, then we did something wrong. So we're first going to plot the y-intercept. So it's -1. So on the y-axis, I did a dot of -1. Then you use the slope. So what I said was, okay, if the slope is -2, I'm going to put it over 1 so that I can go down 2 units and write 1 unit. If you just see an integer, you need to put it over 1. So from that yellow dot, I went down 2, right 1, dot. Down 2, right 1, dot. Down 2, right 1, dot. And then I drew that line. And then I had to figure out where to shade. So I said the values are less than, so they're under. If you test a point, right? If you test 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 is right here. So it would be on this side of the line. So if I tested 0, 0, I would have to say to myself, is 0 less than or equal to -2 times 0 minus 1? Is 0 less than or equal to -1? Is that true or false? No, it's false, right? So that's why we did not shade the 0, 0 side, and we shaded the other side that 0, 0 was not on. When it says, are these ordered pair solutions? Well, let's see if they're in the shaded region first. Is 2, 1 in the shaded region? No, it's this orange dot, not shaded, not solution. If you plugged it in, it would make a false statement. Is 0, -1 a solution? Yes, it's on the full line, and if you plugged it in, it makes a true statement. Is -10, -3? Yes, it's in the shaded area. 3. So to graph, there's a bunch of different ways. You could isolate y, but I find the intercepts when it's in standard form. So to find the x-intercept, we first plug 0 in for y and solve. So we cross out this value, divide by the number in front of x, so we get 1/3. Now don't worry about the inequality symbol right now. Let's just make sure we do a dot on x, 1/3. Doesn't need to be perfect. We know 1/3 though is in between 1 and 2, so that's why I did a little dot there. And then to find y-intercept, I put 0 in for x and cross that off. You divide by the number in front of y. When you multiply or divide by negative, the symbol flips. So now disregard the inequality symbol right now. Do a dot on y-axis, -1 right there. Now look at the symbol. We know because of this inequality symbol, it's a closed line. So we drew a closed line. You could always test 0, 0. It's on this side of the line. I drew an arrow. If you plug in 0, 0, you would get 3 times 0 minus 0 greater or equal to 1. You're asking yourself, is that true or false? Is 0 greater or equal to 1? No, so you don't shade the side 0, 0 is on. That's why we shaded the other side. Now, in number 4, it's a system. So it's doing the same thing. It's just you're doing 2 different pictures. So when I did this, I like to do them in 2 different colors. So the inequality y is less than -5. Remember hoi vux, right? So hoy, H-O-Y, we know it's going to be horizontal. We know there's a dot on y, -5, so we go to the y-axis, do a dot on -5 on the y-axis. And if it's hoy, if it's horizontal, we know it's going this way. And we know it's dotted. It's hard to see up here, but it's dotted. And if it says less than, if we're zoning in on the blue, we're shading under. So the blue is under that horizontal line. Then, if you have a different color, like brown or black or whatever it may be, this one, we can first plot the y-intercept at 1, right? The slope is -2/3, so we know the line should be going down. We'll start the y-intercept, we'll go down 2, right 3, dot. Down 2, right 3, dot. Down 2, right 3, dot. Or you could go up 2, left 3. It's just a different dot on the same line. Draw your full line. If you test 0, 0, 0, 0 is on the underside of the line. If you plug in 0, 0, it works. It's a true statement. Or if you use the trick we were talking about, you know you would shade under, right? Less than, under. But if you tested 0, 0, is 0 less than or equal to -2/3 times 0 plus 1? Is this true? Yes, that's why we shade the 0, 0 side. You shade where the pairs are.